The average website only converts between 1 to 3% of its total views. Now, before we jump into the video, please take a second, hit the subscribe button. It really helps me out reach more people in the algorithm. And if you learned anything throughout the video, please hit the like button as well and leave a comment down below. It really helps me reach more people in the algorithm and help them develop their businesses. Now, like I said, the amount of traffic that actually converts into sales on your website for your business is probably only going to be 1 to 3%. And you're probably doing the numbers in your head and you're like, wow, if I can even get 100 people to my page, I'm only going to get 1 to 3 of those in sales? Are you kidding me? And you know, there is so much stress, there is so much pressure put on business owners to get a website. You have to have a website. But what are you really doing if you have the website? And if it takes you 100 people going to that website to get just one conversion, don't you want that to be more? And how do you get more people going to your website? Because those are obviously two of the biggest factors, the biggest KPIs that you can really look at in your business as far as sales and marketing go that are going to make the biggest difference in making you money and growing your business. And the first thing that we want to really establish and realize is that you are creating a sales funnel. I've talked about this in other videos, but you're funneling in traffic from either ads, you're funneling in from social media, search engines, hopefully the latter two, not the first one. I am a firm believer in organic marketing and really the growth you can see with that. So once you have this sales funnel set up, once you have the links in your bios, let's say the ads running if you do those, whatever it may be, you need to drive all of this traffic to a sales page where you can convert these views into sales. If you just have a regular homepage and it's not helping your customers buy or connect with you or get their email or whatever your objective is, you're wasting traffic because on average you only have 3 clicks and you've already spent one of them getting them to your website. You have 2 more clicks to get whatever you want out of the customer, whether it is a sale or whether you're a real estate agent and you're gathering leads, whatever it may be, you only have 2 more clicks. And if they have to navigate to a sales page, boom, you only have 1 click and they're done. Now, if you're already on the sales page, they're more likely to make that second click and click purchase or learn more on whatever information is about that product or services on the page. And this is really important because what you want to do to increase the amount of people that make that second click once you direct them to your sales page is you want to have good copy. This usually involves hiring a really good copywriter because most people can't do it for themselves. And honestly, if you want this done right, I always recommend finding someone who's extremely skilled because this is something that might cost you a lot of money to find a good copywriter, but it's going to pay you back in the thousands. And this copy is just going to help convert your traffic at an even higher rate. I even recommend doing this, finding someone who's going to write better copy for your social media bios as well. Because you really want those people to be incentivized to click that link and click the follow button while they're on your social media profile page. Now, once you have the copy and the sales page figured out, what you really need to do is make sure your systems are in place, that everything works smoothly going through the checkout process, or whether it's getting them a freebie to get their email to add them to your email list. Whatever it may be, you want this to be very smooth. You don't want a customer to really back out halfway through the process or think it's too long or too complicated or takes too much personal information for them not to commit to buying your product or service. And this really just comes down to making sure you have good systems in place, making sure you have like Stripe connected with your account to accept payments, making sure all of that is as smooth as possible. You get the necessary information you need to sell your product or your service, but you don't get too much information as well. I always recommend if you are selling a product or service and you don't have a freebie, make sure to include the email on the checkout. Not only can you add this to your email list and follow up and create repeat customers with that, but it's also really good in case there's an issue if you're shipping a product or contact information if you're doing a service, an online service provider or something like that. It gives you another form of communication as well. Another huge one is getting a phone number. You can add these to text communities, which is also huge because instead of having an open rate of like 5 to 10% like emails do, which is pretty high as is, text communities, they have an open rate of upwards of 90%, which is absolutely insane. You know, you think about it, everyone checks the text messages on their phone. So those are like the two really big things, the two key pieces of information you can collect on your website, and it gets more repeat customers. And if they didn't buy, there's certain programs you can integrate, certain plugins you can use on your website to track those customers, and depending on the website you use, some of these are already integrated in that feature as well. But you can do follow-up emails or text to that specific customer that didn't buy to get them to purchase your product or service. And really what you're focusing on doing is once you get leads in the funnel, you want to close a higher amount of those leads, and all of these things will help you do that. Now, the second thing you really want to make sure you do is you increase the amount of people getting in your funnel. If you're only getting like 20 to like 100 people in your funnel, that's probably not enough people to close depending on the industry you're in. And if you're in a product or service industry, especially like a product industry, you're really going to need a whole lot more than that to, cover your overhead and everything else you need to really run your business. So what you want to do is you want to really focus on that social media profiles. You check out my other videos on how to make your content go viral on social media, how to get your content to rank on Google, Pinterest, YouTube. All of this really will help you drive more traffic to your website, and that's what really matters. And for certain products, for example, if you are selling a product, you will have inventory, and inventory costs can be high. And this is really when I suggest that you consider running paid ads to move product when necessary, especially if you have a certain shipment coming in. It's going to take warehouse space, and you don't have the room, or you don't have the money for the extra fees. Sometimes it all depends on the situation, but sometimes it can be really good and beneficial to run ads. Or if you're selling a product that is perishable, like some sort of food or plant-based product, it can be really beneficial to be able to move that product quickly. And of course, organic traffic is the best option to move that product in the long run. However, sometimes with how supply chains work, you do want to have the option of either having a good ad agency on hand or knowing how to run ads yourself that will convert, that will have good copy on them, that you can move that product quickly when needed. So I hope this really helped you figure out how you can get your website to convert better, how to get more leads in your sales funnel, and help you understand that a little bit better. Thank you for watching this video. Like I said earlier, if you did learn anything in this video, please hit the like button. It really helps me out, and subscribe to the channel. I'm coming out with new content all the time. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.